Yo, what's up guys, Double A here, and today we're going to talk about what I think are the best ruins on Yasuo right now. Since the new rune system was added to League of Legends, I've been basically using the same page on Yasuo, but recently I made a pretty good change that's been helping me a lot. One thing to keep in mind though before we do get started is that there isn't necessarily just one perfect page. There's some set keystones or set runes that you want to use, but there's always a variety of things you can take. I'm going to go over what I used to use and then what I currently use, and I'll also talk about some of the variations. On Yasuo, we take Precision as our primary runes, and we take Domination as our secondary runes. Alright, now let's talk about each specific rune I take on Yasuo and why I take each one of those runes. We'll do a little breakdown and explain why each one is really good on Yasuo, why I prefer it over a counter rune or one of the other runes. So as you can see on screen here, for Precision tab I take Footwork, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and for the Domination tab we take Sudden Impact and Ravenous Hunter. There are only two runes here that are really adjustable, and that would be Footwork and Sudden Impact. Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and Ravenous Hunter should basically always be there. We'll start with Footwork and why I choose that over Press the Attack. Alright, so let's take a look at Footwork. It has a passive which is called Energized Strike. Moving and attacking generates energized stacks up to 100. When it is fully energized, your next basic attack gains Footwork. Footwork means that your next basic attack restores 3 to 60 health based on level, and it grants 30% bonus movement speed for 1 second. The healing is only 60% effective when used against a minion. If the attack that activates Footwork is a critical strike, the healing is increased by 40%. Why I love Footwork so much is because as Yasuo, the hardest thing about playing him in the mid lane or top lane even is that I hate getting poked down and having to leave lane. It's hard to sustain against people like a Xerath, for example. So this helps you stay alive, stay in lane, be able to keep farming, be able to do more damage. Before the Footwork buff, I actually used to use Press the Attack, and Press the Attack was great and it did help you do a lot more damage, but the thing is, I feel like with Footwork, because I'm able to sustain for so long and stay in lane, overall I still do more damage and it heals me for so much. That extra survivability that Footwork gives you is really strong. I know that you do more damage with Press the Attack, but the amount of damage you do won't matter if you keep having to base every time you get poked out by someone like a Xerath or a hard matchup. With Footwork, you're allowed to stay in lane longer, be able to trade more, be able to farm more. It helps out in the long run. I used to switch off between Press the Attack and Footwork if I was playing against a melee matchup, for example. If I was up against a melee matchup, I would take Press the Attack. After the most recent buffs, I think Footwork is probably the best rune on Yasuo. I don't even take Press the Attack anymore, no matter what matchup I'm up against. One thing that shouldn't be underestimated either is the bonus movement speed you get when you proc Footwork. It's actually really huge. It helps you either gap close towards your opponent if you need to come in closer to get your ulti off, or if you have to run away from the enemy jungler or something. It's actually really strong. So overall, I definitely recommend Footwork over Press the Attack or Lethal Tempo. Now as for the other runes in the Precision tab, we take Triumph because of the restore 12% of your missing health that you get after getting a takedown. This just helps you survive and it's really good for team fights. We take Alacrity for the attack speed just because it's so good on Yasuo, and for his Q of course. And of course the standard Coup de Grace, which is just really good for team fights and cleaning up kills. The only other thing I'd probably recommend that you could change is switching between Sudden Impact and Taste of Blood. I recommend Sudden Impact if you want to do more damage from using your dash. After using your dash, you'll be granted 10 lethality for the next 5 seconds. Or your other option would be take Taste of Blood and get more healing. If you want to go for the healing route, this is also a great option. There's nothing wrong with taking Taste of Blood. Alright, I think that wraps things up for us here today guys. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like down below. I really hope it helped you out. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.